In the unit first, we have already completed two important questions. The first question, if you remember, is related to the introduction of the event management. It was the introduction to the event management. And the second question was related to the different types or the categories of the event. Yes, please. And the second question was related to the different categories or the type of the event. That question also we had completed, I think, yesterday only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or maybe day before yesterday only. So write down yesterday only. Yes. Because yesterday last class was there. Write down the third question. Write down the third question. Write down in the rough. No problem. Write down the third question. You can write down on a rough paper. Just tear it off and paste it on that particular register. No problem. The third question is Ishan. Hold on. Third question of the unit first. Third question is, it is the third question of unit first. Write down, explain the importance of pre-event research. Explain the importance of pre-event research. So it is the third question of unit first. Again repeating, explain the importance of pre-event research. Any idea, any guess, you can say that, any guess from your side, what we are actually going to discuss under this? Any clue about this topic? Yes. Speak in English, please. There is no room for Hindi in hotel industry. Please. Right from the day one, I have been keep on requesting to all the candidates. And still, if you don't want to leave your habit of speaking Hindi, just forget about the dream of getting the job in 5-star hotel. Even if you will get, you will throughout the whole of your life, you will remain at the entry level position only. You will never be able to rise. If you want to save 4 lakh rupees, that what you are spending for doing this course, at least try to spend a little bit more amount of money in order to improve your communication skill, please. Only communication skill will help you to survive in the industry and in order to get the job also. And still, if you are very much happy with your local language, then you are just doing charity from my end. It is just a charity that we have been doing. You are just wasting the money of your parents in order to get a simple page of degree only. Please don't take it otherwise, but there is no scope for any local language as far as Hindi is concerned. Whenever any of the students will come to me, whether I would have been taking the practical classes, whether I have been taking any kind of classes or any kind of issues, it is my request to all the students, come to me, talk with me in English only. Don't interact any Hindi things in front of me. Please, don't do that. Yes. What you are saying, any clue?
Designing and what we have to take some points regarding research.
Fine. To somehow, any other clue what we are going to discuss under it? Any clue, any idea, maybe by seeing the topic which is pre-event research? No.
Number of guests are coming.
Pardon?
Number of guests.
No,
many people are
nothing
coming
related to the
now?
guests. One by one. Try to maintain professionalism. If he is saying something, let him finish it off. Be professional. You all are in front of me, not the students. You all are professionals, hotelier, future hotelier, budding professionals only. So try to maintain that self-respect or dignity of yours. Yes, you are saying something.
Sir, how many people are coming in the event?
Not exactly. Yes, what you are saying, Karun?
Sir, I am saying that before the event, the research we doing that is pre-event research.
Absolutely. Excellent. 100% correct. As far as its term is concerned, yes. My again cross question to you, why it is important? Why it is necessary?
Smooth operation.
Now I have been talking with Karun and now you are jumping in between.
Sir, it is
So when you people are going to leave your habit of that student's life,
sir, it is important because when we organize an event, we take many things in our mind to organize that event. That is why we research about that event.
okay. So start writing down and I will keep on telling its things side by side once you are going to complete one particular paragraph like this. Earlier, earlier there was earlier there was no such concept. Earlier there was no such concept of conducting. Earlier there was no such concept of conducting any research activity, conducting any research activity before actually organizing the event. Before actually organizing the event. But due to due to the failure, but due to the failure of most of the event, but due to the failure of most of the event, nowadays it has become necessity. Nowadays it has become necessity for event planner. It has become necessity for event planner to guide their organizer to guide their organizer and somehow to guide their organizers and somehow convince them to keep a small amount of their budget, to keep a small amount of their budget in order to conduct the pre-event research activity. In order to conduct the pre-event research activity. Put a full stop. Then write down, go to the next paragraph. It is only after this activity, it is only after this activity final decision is taken. Final decision is taken whether actually there is a need to conduct any event, which fulfill
Any event?
yes, which fulfill the objective of the event,
Objective
of the event. Put a full stop and write down, in case, put a full stop and write down, in case we get the negative outcomes, then either the event is cancelled altogether, the event is cancelled altogether, or it may postpone to the next date. Full stop. So kindly go through it, all the things, and any one candidate from any one of you will have to, not by standing, your standing is not basically required out over here. Who is going to explain this two paragraphs in their, maybe he or she in their own way? Who is going to explain it? Let's see what you have learned from these two paragraphs. Yes, anybody? Yes.
Sir,
No need to stand, just by sitting only.
telling that earlier when there was no event happened, so we have to maintain some amount of billets so that we maintain some amount of billets so that we organize an event. If there is some kind of negative outcomes that come from that event, either they can cancel or can postpone that event.
No, somehow you have understood, but you are not been able to present it the way it has been written. I am not asking you to like memorize each and every sentence and explain that sentence directly to me. That is not my intention. My intention is understand it and try to present it in your own words. Yes. Who else is going to take this opportunity? Earlier, you all were talking, but you all were actually talking. I was not concerned to that, but now I have been giving you to present yourself. Now I have been giving you an opportunity to come forward and talk. Now, if you are going to keep silent, you are going to keep mum. So it means what? It means we all are dreaming to get into the hotel as a management trainee, but we are not upgrading ourselves to the level of that management training program. Because in the management training program, in order to crack that particular program, at the initial stage, there will not be any technical question. Initial stage, there will be lecture, which is supposed to be given by the student only. Initial stage, there will be group discussion, that purely based on the domestic and the international topic only. Initial stage, there would be 101 interview with directly, not with any HOD of the department, directly with your training manager and the HR manager. So the initial 3 to 4 rounds will purely depend on your caliber of presenting yourself. That's it. Right? So that is your wish. You want to get into the hotel as a management training program. In the management training program, you will not imagine like your stipend would be around 25,000 rupees per month. Stipend only. Here I am not been talking about the salary. And just after completing that 1.5 year of a program, you will be absorbed in the industry at the level of assistant manager. Your package would be more than 40 to 50 plus. And even like most of the candidates, even after completing or doing their MBA, they are not being able to grab the job of 25,000 in the present market. So who is going to come forward? Now who is going to speak up? I tried to give you the notes in the lucid language only. Lucid means in a very simple language. Yes.
So in the first part, basically you wrote us that there is no need of such concept to organize any party. Like this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there is no need of such.
Yes, carry on. Now what's the problem with you, Amar? So what's the problem with you? Yes.
So basically you wrote us that there is no such need to organize any party. Organize the party or anything. But you have to need some amount. Like if you are going to a restaurant or you are organizing a party, you should have to need a take amount like budget. Like if you are not making any budget, then there is many possibilities of failure. But if you are making a budget, it is very good for you, as you have idea that if you have to suppose you have 50,000 in your budget, then you have to know that I have 50,000 and I have to spend on these things. This.
Very good. At least you have not been able to explain. That is, if you are going to keep it aside, no problem. The only thing is, at least you have the courage to present yourself, right? So that courage is very, very essential. And in our terms, it is called guts. So in our industry, it is called, do you have the guts? Guts is basically what? It is related to your intestine. Intestine is supposed to be called as guts. Because generally, if you are going to face the people in front of you, first time in your life, and you are not comfortable with any of the topics still you have been speaking, then ultimately, once you are going to finish that presentations and going to take that seat, then automatically you will start feeling pain in your that part, intestinal part. Why that particular pain you feel? Because somehow you lack the confidence, you get nervous, and all the blood which is supposed to be rushed towards to your guts are generally go to some other parts of the body, and that's where you start feeling the pain or the ache. So that's why there is the term that has arisen, which is known as, do you have the guts to face the crowd? That's what it is all about. Very good. Still well tried. No problem. No issue. See, let me to explain this thing in a very simple way. Only after that you will be able to understand its importance of the pre-event research. Now let's take simple example. I am the organizer. Organizers means I am the person who is going to spend the money. I want so and so event to be get conducted, right? So just take simple example. I am the organizers, or maybe I am the CEO, or maybe the owner of some XYZ automobile company, and I want to organize an event on this particular area, this particular locality of your Rohini. And I have reached to one particular event management company by requesting him kindly organize a kind of, you can say that, auto expo kind of things on behalf of my company, because I have launched so and so products of the automobile and I want to show it to the rest of the people of this particular locality. So if that particular event management company will be a novice means would not be having enough experience in regard to the event management company, then that particular event management company will say, yes sir, it is very fantastic idea. Whatever you are thinking, it is a very new concept, it is prevalent in the market and you must go for it. Whereas if any experienced company will be there, so that experienced company will say, okay, that is very nice idea, I do accept that idea. How much amount of money you are going to spend on this? I would say on behalf of my own company, I would say, no problem, I am ready to spend around 10 to 15 lakh rupees. Then he will say, sir, at least for few, you can say that days, at least for few, you can say that month, kindly don't do that kind of an event on this particular locality. Out of that particular 15 lakh, at least just spend 1 or 2 lakh rupees in doing the pre-event research. Let the outcome of the pre-event research come. And when the pre-event research outcome will come, then only go for this particular event, otherwise don't go for it. So I will ask to that event management company, what problem are you having? I am spending the money, I am giving you the money, but rather than spending that particular whole money in conducting that event, you want me to do the research before doing that event? So he will say, yes sir, it is very necessary. So I would say, why it is necessary? Then he would guide me, then he would convince me, right? Maybe if you will directly go for conducting that particular event, I have no problem. I will organize or I will manage that event on behalf of you. But ultimately, what is the goal of your event? The goal of your event is whichever the new automobile product you want to launch, at least at last you want the buyer to come to that event. But here, the kind of the price tag your new models are having, here the potential buyer are not there. So if the same event you are going to organize somewhere, going to the South Delhi part of the Delhi, then that would be fruitful for you, rather than conducting that event in the western part of the Delhi. Because here potential buyers are not there. So your event ultimately will lead to the failure only. It will not lead to the success only. So that is the importance of doing the pre-event research. So pre-event research means any kind of an activity which is priorly being done by the event management company, by the experts, members of the event management company, and they actually try to find it out whether is there any scope of this particular event in this particular locality or not. Once they get an idea, like yes, there is a scope, yes, the objective of this particular event will be fulfilled, then they will give you the green signal, kindly go for it. Otherwise, they will guide you, sir, there is no scope at all. Just cancel this event or maybe postpone this particular event for that next date. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So it is very earlier, this thing was not there. But how the, you can say that the perspective of the event management company have got changed, because they have found, like even after spending too much amount of money, even after doing too much amount of sales and marketing for that event, even after continuously keep on giving advertisement in the print media, in the XYZ other medias also, still that particular event has lead to the failure. So ultimately they have decided we will not directly jump onto conducting the event. Rather than that, out of the money that particular organizers want to spend, out of that particular money, we will request from that particular organizers at least spend a few amount of money as in budget for doing that pre-event activity or pre-event research or maybe pre-event analysis. Once that pre-event research is going to give some fruitful results in regard to, you can say that in regard to fulfilling the objective of that particular event, then only the event has to be go to the next stage. The next stage would be the planning part of the event. Clear? This is one of the objective. This is one of the prime objective. Apart from that, there are around 7 to 8 objectives also. Those 7 to 8 objectives basically comes under the importance of doing the pre-event research. Once you will go through the importance of doing the pre-event research, automatically you will get a very clear picture like how that pre-event research is supposed to be done and what is and how come that particular thing has been related to actually conducting the event or not. Clear? Now I have made you write this by giving you 2 paragraphs. I have taken the response from 2 students also. Now it is all about the gut. Who is now ready to come and take my place and explain the same thing that just now I have explained, but in your own words? That would be nice. Or maybe by giving your own example. Now I am also giving you the platform of the faculty. Maybe somewhere down the line you all not will have to remain at the same level. Somewhere down the line you will have to reach to the level of assistant manager. And once you will reach to the level of an assistant manager, every day you will have to face the crowd. Every day you will have to take the briefing. Every day you will have to attend the meeting with your general managers. And nowadays, if we talk about most of the renowned 5-star hotels, they hire the foreigners at the level of the general managers. So every day you will have to deal directly with the foreigners only. And here I have been giving you an opportunity to interact with the Indians only. So now who is going to come forward? Now not by sitting, but by coming at the front. Who is ready? Nobody? Yes? Nobody is there to come here at the front and going to explain the whole thing, not by giving 5 minutes or 6 minutes or 10 minutes kind of a lecture. Just few words, just few sentences in regard to what actually you have received, what actually you have learned. Would you like to? I'm not forcing you. Choice is yours. You are looking at me, that's why. Yes. The only thing I can do is I can help you out. Wherever you will get stuck, maybe at that moment of time, I will give you that particular word, which will help you out to finish your sentence and whatever the presentation you want to give. Students, trends have gone changed. Trends have gone changed. Nowadays, there is nothing like spoon feeding. There are so many students, they every time come to us, they don't do the job, but financially their parents are very sound. So every time they come to me after the gap of every 1 year or 2 years, they come to us and they say, now I am going to Canada. One of them say, now I am going to New Zealand. Now I am going to go to so and so country and so country. Then obviously every time we ask to them, what you are going to do after going to Canada? They will say, I want to go for doing the higher education. I want to go for doing the higher studies. And do you know what is the pattern of the study over there? The pattern of the study is every day they will give you 1 day or maybe 1 week in advance the topic, and on that particular topic you will have to
Sir, may I-
make your own assignment, and based on that you will have to give the presentations.
Yes, sir.
So if you will go, or if you really want to find out the kind of the standard which is followed in the international university, they don't take any test. They don't conduct any midterm test. They don't conduct any end-term test. They don't debar the students also. They don't make the student compulsory to attend the classes also. They only expect the students to prepare their assignment by themselves, and that assignment would be in the format of presentations, and they give the presentations in front of the university people. And that's how they clear their semesters. Right? And if you are going to keep the big dreams of going to abroad, studying abroad, so there you will keep on completing the semester, you will not be able to complete it. And there the semester is not like that. Some of the papers has been left out and you have been shifted to the next semester with the back papers. It is not like that. Every time you will not be able to clear the semester, you will have to again pay the whole fees for that semester. So see where the European peoples have gone to, and see where we developing nations have been standing. Somehow, if we really want to stand next to them, we have to follow their standards. Right? So try to understand this thing. Yes, please, most welcome. My pleasure that you have taken this opportunity. Good, nice. First thing is, yes, please start. Very good.
So basically, I am the organizer of this meeting. So basically, example is like college fest. So college fest.
Yes, carry on.
So
Carry
I
on,
am
please.
organizing the college fest. So basically, research the who is the popular faces in this season, this term. So I will research the popular faces. Actually, my budget is like 15 lakh. So I will research who come in 15 lakh. So I am spending the some money like 1 lakh to research the who is
Right celebrity.
the right celebrity and who is popular face.
Yes.
So
correct, correct.
interact the students and nearby college also. So basically, I am then pre-event research, confirm the date who celebrity comes with which date.
Yes,
So basically,
whether that particular celebrity is available on that or date or not. Very good. And
so I
let
am
him speak. So don't be sheep, be lion. Right?
so I am
You definitely, sorry to interrupt you in between, you definitely would have listened one thing. There was one candidate and the 5 candidates have beaten that single candidate. So technically, that particular candidate have got beaten. But according to my view, that is the lion. And the rest of the other 5 or 6 candidates are the sheep. Because in order to just beat a single candidate, they were not having enough courage to face one-on-one. So when he is saying, if he needs any help, I will always be there to help him out. But kindly you don't make any chorus. Right? Let him start and let him finish by his own. Very good. Any other thing that you want to share? Very good. Whatever he has explained, it is very nice. It is one of the importance of pre-event research. So although this particular topic I have not explained, this I am going to take it further. Out of those 8 points that we are going to discuss, and it is one of the point. Yes, any other thing? Excellent, have a seat. Very good.
thank you.
At least we have one lion in your class. Very good. A very good thing about this particular gentleman is he not only focused on his study part, but he also focus on the things which goes around like his day-to-day life, right? Uh, what is your background? Background means which particular streams you belongs to? Commerce.
Commerce.
See, he has not given me that particular thing like he belongs to the commerce. But the way he was interacting with me yesterday, the kind of the knowledge he was having in regard to the name of the company, in regard to the owner of the company, in regard to the share and all that kind of a knowledge, a very direct signals that goes to me is maybe this particular candidate belongs to the commerce background. Although I have not asked from him whether to which particular segment he belongs to, but he was having a very good financial knowledge about the company which is going around it. So let's see how the HR managers is asking you some other thing, but he will be able to come to know about your background. Right? So you not only would be having the subject knowledge will not help you at all. Reason being why? Let me to give you a simple example. You have got 100 out of 100% marks. Maybe you are the distinction holder of the first year, second year, third year, but you don't read the newspapers at all. You are having very good communication skill, but the day when you have actually reached for the placement interview, the kind of the topic for the group discussion that has been given by that particular interviewer, you are not having any knowledge about that particular topic. Then how will you speak on that group discussion, you tell me? Maybe some other candidates would be there from the other institutes, and that particular candidates like always keep on listening or keep on reading the newspapers. That particular candidate will be, even after having, you can say that the average communication skill, he will be able to speak on that topic. And here also, as most of you are the silent, there also you will remain silent. And ultimately, you will blame on whom? To Valiaman, to James College, to XYZ faculty. Here you forget that particular sentence every time I keep on asking, develop your communication skill. And just forget it. Like by taking 3 classes in a week, and that too for the business communication, you will be able to learn spoken English. It is not like that. During that, most of the time, your faculty would be speaking English rather than you. So what is the point of that? Right? Yes, very good.
So, pre-event research has become more important than ever before, because now they look at the size of the events we are having at the world level,
Yes.
in the world market. Because in India, we are also having very big and very large events. For that, there are so many companies who are organizing those events, but the customers, they need to sell this product, the companies need to sell their product, so they need a very good clientele. So for example, if we take the supercar industry like Lamborghini, when they launch their product, they want a clientele who can be their potential buyers, and for that kind of information you need to have databases. So
Yes.
for that database, you need to have a really good clientele and really good database. So you would know that who would you like to invite in your event, and who would be your potential customers, because the guy who can buy a Lamborghini product like Lamborghini Pista and other products of Lamborghini company, he would be at least comes into the NWI, high net worth individuals, because he would not be a simple employee in any company or any organization. He has to be a businessman, because he is going to buy a car who worth rupees 3 crore from the starting level.
Yes.
So we as a company of event management, so we need to have the database, the data, and we need to interpret the data, that who are the guys who are interested
Very
in
good.
coming.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. This is not a joke which is going on, and this is not even the party which is going on. Right? My intention is not to demotivate you. I'm just your helping hand. My just intention is to encourage, is to bring out the lions from you. That is the only intention. Right? Kindly don't take me wrong. Kindly don't take me otherwise like I'm trying to demoralize you. The intention is not trying to demoralize you. The intention is to motivate, right? But yes, depending upon faculty to faculty, there could be a number of other ways of motivating the candidates, right? The motivations will only come when some of you, few of you will come onto the platform and will take this as an opportunity. And slowly, slowly you will find a time will come when there will be no hesitation in you, right? The basic problem for any students is in today's world. We all want to be a globalized students, but in today's world, the basic problem is we lack the confidence, right? And no matter whether you are doing MBA, whether you are doing BBA, whether you are doing hotel management, whether you are doing fashion, mass comm, any kind of a course, let it be. But till the time that hesitation will be there, that degree, diploma will not fetch you the job, will not help you to get the job, right? And in your industry is very, you can say that very demanding industry. Why? You know very well. Because 90% of the guests are foreigners. And more than that, most of the foreigners basically belong to the different countries. And there is only one platform to communicate with them. There is only one means to communicate with them, and that is English. And here we have been dealing with the Indian English, Indian accent. But there on a day-to-day basis, you must have to have capable enough to understand French accent also in terms of an English, to understand the American accent also in terms of an English. If you will find it, if you will feel yourself nervous in order to deliver the Indian accent, then how come you are going to take the room service orders once any American person would be there in the room? There half of the English language will go from the top of your head. You will not be able to understand even a single word. When I used to be there as a hotel management candidate, my communication skill was also to be poor, and still to this date I also consider my communication skill is still poor, because I never ever considers I have the command over this language, and that is the first step of the improvement. Never think you have become the master. So if you will start feeling that you are not the master, then you will keep on improving the vocabulary part. You will keep on improving yourself. Till the time you will keep on improving yourself, on a day-to-day basis you will get improved. Right? So kindly don't take it negatively, please. And every class of mine, in every topic of my mind, my intention is to just complete the topic. That is not my first purpose. My first intention is I want a few candidates to come forward once any of the topic will be finished by me, and somehow they use this particular platform to remove their hesitation. Right? So while taking online class also, I used to put more focus on that, but most of you students don't interact while taking online classes. Only few candidates were there, and still those few candidates are still interactive. One, as you know, Ishan was there. Second, as you know, Arjun was there. Right? And still, see, it is very easy to mock on others, but it is very difficult to come on the platform. If you will stand in front of there by sitting, definitely you would be having so many views in your mind. Maybe you would be thinking like, I can easily be able to deliver it. But once you will come out over here, you will stand, you will face the crowd, half of the things will become blackout. Half of the things will go out of your mind. What is the reason? The reason is hesitation, nervousness, right? So the only intention is to remove that hesitation or the nervousness. What is the timing for this class? 10:25. So sorry, but still we will continue this particular question maybe in the next class. Okay, Abhijit is there? Yes. Aditya Rawat, Akash Sethi,
Present, sir.
Akash Sethi, are you
Sir,
there?
Aditya Rawat present.
Akash Singh Best, Akshay Panikar,
Present, sir.
fine. Akshit Mehto, Aman Panwar,
Present, sir.
fine. Anubhav,
Present, sir.
Anuj Singh Fatiyan,
Present, sir.
fine. Arjun, Arunya Best,
Present, sir.
Ayushi,
Akash Singh is present.
Shan. This is your second class. This is your second class.
Yes, sir.
Harsh,
Present, sir.
fine. Jitesh Saini, Karun Prakash,
Present, sir.
Kushal Taneja, Kushal Khatri,
Present, sir.
yes, there is one thing. Yesterday, I think that candidate was Kushal Taneja only, and along with one girl was there, I think, by the name of. They were making an argument in regard to the fee structure of the MIT University.
Yes, sir.
Kushi was there, and I don't know on which particular base they were misguiding the whole crowd. The per semester fee structure of the MIT is 95,000 per semester fee structure, and for 4 year of a course, it somewhere around comes to 8 lakh rupees.
Yes, sir. Is telling rupees for.
Yes, for HM course it is somewhere around 8 lakh rupees, and that particular candidate was saying it is just hardly 3 to 4 lakh. And I myself was very surprised. Kushi, Kunal, Eruka, Mohammad Ahmad, Mohammad Yusuf,
Present, sir.
Muskan,
Sir, Yusuf present.
Amit Kapoor,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
fine, Nishant. This is again your second class. Pankaj.
Present, sir. Sir, Pankaj present.
Prachi.
Sir,
Prakash
Pankaj
Singh,
present. Sir.
Prakash Singh, Prakhar, Prem Chaudhary, Sachin Rawat,
Present, sir.
Sahil Mandral, Sahil Raza,
Present, sir.
Sahil Sharif, Sameer
Present,
Via,
sir.
Sameer Via, और Sahil Sharif.
Sharif present, sir.
Okay. Shekhar,
Sir, Pankaj भी present.
Shubham Bawa, Sumit Tiwari, Swastik Bhalla, Tanish Rawat, Tarun Sharma,
Present, sir.
Sir, Tarun present.
Tushar Mehta, Tushar Yadav,
Sir, Tanish present.
Utkarsh, Vaishali, Varda, Gayatri,
Present, sir.
Pavaneet, Rohan Yadav,
Present, sir.
Delisha,
Present, sir.
Delisha present, sir.
Sir, देखियो मेरी अटेंडेंस लगाइए आदित्य रावत. Sir, Pankaj present. साहिल. साहिल. ये तो भाई present भाई. साहिल. सर आदित्य रावत प्रेजेंट. सर आपने अटेंडेंस लगाई नहीं लगाई तो बताओ. सर सर मेरी लगा दी. पंकज प्रेजेंट. अरे कितने गए सर?